When SB19 said the end, the internet froze. Group chats exploded, comment sections filled with panic, and one word started trending across the fandom: disbandment. But what if the end doesn't mean goodbye? What if it actually means the opposite? What if this isn't the end of SB19, but the end of the version of SB19 we've known so far? Today we're breaking down the theories, the timing, the symbolism, and the patterns behind this moment. Because when you look closely, this doesn't feel like an ending at all. It feels like evolution. Stay with me, because once you see this, you can't unsee it. Why the end hit fans so hard? Let's be honest, ATIN has been through a lot. From years of grinding with little recognition, to carrying P-pop on the global stage, to the very public transition into independence. Fans have learned one difficult lesson over the years: nothing is guaranteed. So when SB19 uses a phrase as final as the end, it naturally triggers fear. In pop culture, the end usually means disbandment, hiatus, or a quiet fade out. Fandom history has trained people to expect the worst. But SB19 has never followed the usual playbook. And that's our first clue. SB19 doesn't do things accidentally. Here's something important to remember. SB19 is one of the most intentional groups in the industry. Everything they do is layered: visuals, album structures, even their silence. They build lore. They repeat symbolism. They think in eras, not just releases. So when they choose a phrase like the end, it's not careless. It's not emotional bait, and it's definitely not random. Which leads us to the first major theory. Theory number 1. The end is about an era. In storytelling, the end doesn't always mean the story stops. Often, it simply means this chapter is complete. SB19 has clearly gone through different eras: the trainee era, the survival era, and the independence era. Each chapter had a purpose. Each one demanded sacrifices. Each one changed them. The end could be the closing of the survival chapter, the period where they constantly had to prove themselves, fight for recognition, and carry enormous expectations. Ending that chapter doesn't erase their journey. It honors it. The language matters. If this were truly disbandment, the language would sound very different. You would hear things like, "Thank you for the memories. We will always be grateful. This is goodbye." But the tone surrounding the end doesn't feel mournful. It feels reflective, serious, and powerful, but not defeated. Groups preparing to disband usually soften the message. SB19 didn't soften anything. They made it bold. And bold language suggests confidence, not closure. Theory number 2, the end as rebirth. In many cultures, including Filipino storytelling traditions, endings are rarely final. They're cyclical. Endings lead to transformation, reinvention, and renewal. SB19 has already proven they believe in rebirth. They left a system that once defined them. They built their own company. They redefined their sound, visuals, and creative control. That wasn't an ending. That was a rebirth. So what if the end is simply the final step of shedding an old skin? Because evolution always requires letting something go. Why disbanding makes no strategic sense. Let's look at the reality. Right now, SB19's global presence is growing. Their fandom is stronger than ever. Their independence is still unfolding. Groups don't disband at the peak of momentum, especially not when they control their own direction. They're expanding internationally. They're still setting milestones. From a strategic standpoint, disbandment simply doesn't make sense. But repositioning does. Theory number 3, the end of limitations. Here's a powerful perspective many fans are starting to notice. What if the end means the end of limitations? The end of expectations placed on them. The end of being boxed in as just P-pop. The end of constant comparisons. What if this moment is SB19 saying, "We've proven what we needed to prove. From here on, we create freely." And that idea is both terrifying and exciting. Why this moment feels emotional. Even if this isn't disbandment, the emotions are still real. Because growth is uncomfortable. Endings, even symbolic ones, can hurt. Fans aren't really afraid of losing SB19. They're afraid of change. But SB19 has always evolved. The difference now is that they're choosing the change on their own terms. And that's powerful. What comes after the end? So the big question remains. What comes next? Possibilities. A new sonic direction. More individual exploration without separation. A redefined group identity. Or a long-form storytelling project. Endings create space. And SB19 has never wasted space. Why this moment should be celebrated. Instead of mourning this moment, it should actually be celebrated. Very few groups get to end chapters on their own terms. Even fewer stay together while evolving. SB19 didn't survive everything they went through just to disappear. They survived to transform. So no, the end isn't goodbye. It's a line drawn in history that says, we're done proving ourselves. Now we create. And if that feels scary, that's okay. Evolution always does. But one thing is clear. This isn't the end of SB19. It's the end of limits.